Hi guys, it's Daniela again and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I decided that I would do a chatty get ready with me, which I haven't done in a while, and I feel like I haven't chatted in a while. And I also thought that while I'm doing my makeup and chatting, I can give you like updates on products that I reviewed not long ago or done like first impressions or hauls, and I haven't really given you like a full-on update, so I thought I would do that. So yeah, it's just a chatty get ready with me / update. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video and let's get started. Hi guys, so the first product I'm going to put on my face is a primer. So I'm going to use the Becca First Light Priming Filter, which is this one here. I got this a while ago. I remember I got it with the Becca Opal Highlight, if I'm not mistaken. It's Opal. When I first put this on, I was like, yeah, it's just like a purple primer. It doesn't really do anything. But I've been using this quite a lot and I actually travelled with it. And I do actually like the way my skin looks when I have this primer on. So I actually really do like that. I don't know if I'll go and buy the full size, depending on how much it is. But Becca is quite expensive, so I doubt I'll go and buy the full size, but it is a good primer. And then the second primer is the MUA Wonder Vanishing Cream Primer. So it looks like this. So it's kind of like a putty kind of formula. Don't really know how to explain it. I kind of just tap this onto my pores. And I really like this. I have never really liked these kind of primers before, like silicone pore filling primers, but I actually really do like this. It really does fill in my pores and it just makes my makeup look better in that area, so I actually do like that. So yeah, just a little side note, I'm really sorry if you can hear the wind outside. It's super windy at the moment, so yeah, and I do have my window closed. So the whole reason behind me filming this chatty get ready with me is because I wanted to give you an update on the Flower Light Illusion foundation and the CYO Long Lasting foundation. I haven't given you an update on both of them. I do like both of them, but I haven't really given you a thorough update. So while I put this on my face, I'm just going to give you my little notes on both of the foundations. So I've actually mixed both foundations. I've got a pump of each on my hand and my brush. So the CYO, it doesn't last as long as I would like. I can't remember how many hours it lasted, but it doesn't last as long as the Flower Beauty foundation. The Flower Beauty foundation can last up to like 12 hours plus on my skin. The CYO one, it does fade and like crack because I have oily skin, so it's not that great for my skin type, but I still really like it, and I just work with it just because I really like the finish. The finish of the CYO one is absolutely beautiful. It's like dewy, it's skin-like. It's got a really nice finish, so I really like that. That is way too much. So yeah, I really like the finish of the CYO one, and it has really good coverage. Both of the foundations have really good coverage. I would say that they're both like medium to full coverage. So yeah, I really do like mixing the Flower Beauty and the CYO one together, because the CYO one has a really great undertone. It doesn't look that great on its own. Like I can still wear it, but the Flower Beauty one, the tone is so much nicer. So I really like mixing both of them. And because the Flower Beauty foundation lasts longer, I just like mixing both of them. So now let's talk about the Flower Beauty foundation. The colour, as I mentioned, is really good on me, and I've got the colour Nude L3, and it's actually really good colour on my skin. It's like the perfect undertone. The finish is also stunning. It's also like a dewy skin-like finish. I really like mixing the Flower Beauty foundation with the Hourglass Stick foundation and the CYO one, as I've mentioned, but it looks stunning with the Hourglass one, and it lasts so many hours. Like this lasted on me 12 plus hours, and it wasn't just like 12 plus hours of not doing anything. I was like pretty active and stuff, and it just looked so good. Okay, let's talk about my smile lines. My smile lines are something that really bother me, and these foundations, specifically the CYO one, it does crease in my smile lines. It doesn't look the best, so it's not that great for smile lines, but smile lines are something that I'm just like, it is what it is. Like, it's science. Foundations are going to sink into there. The Flower Beauty one holds up on my smile lines a lot better than the CYO one. And yeah, I just really like both of these. The one that I think I would repurchase at this moment if I had to is probably the Flower Beauty one, just because the colour is so good on me. The coverage is beautiful, the finish is beautiful, it's really long wearing, it's just a really nice foundation. The CYO one, don't get me wrong, is beautiful. I really like it as well, but it's just not, to me, as good as the Flower Beauty one, just because of like the smile line situation, the fact that it does like fade on my oily skin. So yeah, I recommend both of these. It just depends on your skin type. For me, if you have like oily combination skin, I would go for the Flower one. If you have super dry skin and you don't get oily, the CYO one would be absolutely stunning on you. But if you do get oily, this one has a tendency to fade or break apart. But I still like both of them, and I have combination skin. So yeah, that's my skin so far. So I love the mixture of both of these. I like using this alone. I like mixing it with the Hourglass foundation. I haven't really tried mixing it with a lot of other foundations just because I'm really hooked on these two. So now for blusher, I'm going in with the Bourjois Healthy Mix Sorbet Blusher in Apricot. This is one that I tried not long ago, but I've been loving, absolutely loving. I can go a little bit heavy with it or too high with it, so I do have to be wary of where I'm placing it. But it's such a pretty colour that I'm just obsessed with it. I really do like this. I actually was meant to mention this under eye corrector by Becca. It's the pink one. I was really not that keen on it when I first tried it, but I've used it a lot and I actually really do like it. I do see a difference. I don't feel like my concealer creases more or anything like that. Still looks the same. So yeah, I do like this. So I don't think I would repurchase the full size, but I do really like having this for travel and stuff. But I do think I would still repurchase my Urban Decay one. Now for contour, I'm going to use the Hoola Quickie Contour Stick. So at first, I wasn't that keen on this, and then I tried it again, and I actually really like this. So yeah, I do actually like this. I don't think I would repurchase the full size one, just because I do really like my Rimmel one, and it's a lot more affordable. So yeah, I do like it. I just don't think I'm going to go and buy a full size one, just because I like the Rimmel one better, and it's more affordable. So now for concealer, I'm going to go in with the Flower Light Illusion Concealer in the shade Light. But I am going to mix it because I don't like this concealer on its own. I find that it creases too much and it's just not got the coverage that I like. So I actually don't like this concealer on its own. I only like mixing it. But I like how like liquidy it is and lightweight. When you mix it with other concealers, it doesn't crease as much. So the concealer that I'm going to mix it with is the e.l.f. 16 Hour Camo Concealer in Fair Warm. This is super light for me, but I really do actually like this concealer. I really do like mixing this in with other concealers. I like the coverage that it gives and the colour. I do think it's still a bit too light for me, or very light for me, but I like mixing it in with like my Tarte Shape Tape. I really like mixing it with that. The colour is way too light for what I like, but I do actually like the consistency in the formula of the concealer. So I do generally think that once I run out of like my Makeup Revolution concealer, I will just be buying that one in the shade maybe up from the shade that I've got, or maybe 2 shades up. I'm not sure yet. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is go off camera, just do my powder, and then I will come back to do the rest of my makeup review. So now that I've powdered my face, let's do bronzer, blush and highlight. So this is the Flower Lift and Sculpt Contouring Palette. So I'm going to go in with the bronzer first. So I do actually really like this palette. I like the formula and everything. It is a bit powdery, but I still like it. But because I'm so hooked on my Hourglass palette, I haven't used this as much as I should, if I'm honest. The blush is probably not my favourite colour to wear. I don't really wear blush like this, but I'm going to for this video. But it is a nice palette. I do like it. The highlight I really like as well. It's really blinding. That is just the tiniest tap of the highlight on my nose. So yeah, I do like this palette. I just don't use it as often as I should, just because I'm so in love with my Hourglass palette at the moment. And that has just been like taking over everything, to be honest. Oh, this sponge. I never really spoke about this sponge to you guys, or like gave you an update. I really like the Sigma sponge. Is it better than my Beauty Blender? No. Will I repurchase it? Probably not, because I'd rather just buy my Beauty Blender. and it's not that much cheaper than my beauty blender, so I'd rather just pay a little bit more to get my beauty blender. It is a good sponge, but it's just a lot stiffer than I prefer in the beauty blender, or sponge should I say. But it is a good sponge, so yeah, I recommend it, to be honest. Especially if you've never tried a beauty blender, like, you really won't notice the difference. So now I'm just going to add the tiniest bit of this Milani Baked Bronzer in Dolce 09. So this is also something that I bought not too long ago, and I actually really like it. It is a little bit dark for me, I think, but I still use it. I really like the finish that it gives my skin. It gives me more of like a glowy kind of bronzer feel. So now I'm just going to spray my face a little bit. So generally speaking, I like a lot of products. It's very rare that I don't like products. And when I don't like them, I really don't like them. And if I buy it, I'm going to try and get my use out of it. I'm going to try and at least find a way to wear it, to like it. And if I really don't like it, I will give it away to someone who I know might like it. So now I'm just going to do my lips. I'm not really going to do anything on my eyes. I really don't want to do something too much on my eyes. So the lip liner I just used was the Primark Instagirl Satin Matte Lip Liner in That Slip. So now I'm going to go in with the Morphe Liquid Lipstick in Hot Shot. Okay, so now that I've done my lips, I'm just going to put the tiniest bit of that Milani bronzer into my crease, just to bring some colour there. So now for my brows, I'm just going to add a little bit of brow gel in them. I don't really want to do too much to anywhere else except my lips. Like, I want my lips to be the main focus. And I'm literally adding the tiniest bit of brow gel just to get some colour back into them, because obviously I use powder and stuff. So yeah guys, this is the final look. I actually don't want to add anything else to the eyes. I really like the eyes just to be like a backseat and the lips to do all the talking. I just really like this look. Like, I really like it when I'm wearing a bold lip and then maybe just some mascara on the eyes or some bronzer, and then that's it. I actually like wearing this look quite often. So yeah, I hope this video wasn't pointless. Out of all the products that I'm looking at now, I'd recommend all of them. Obviously, if you have different skin types and skin needs, and it varies, obviously everyone's needs varies, but I really like all the products that I just mentioned today. And yeah, I really like this look. Editing Daniela might regret it, but for now, I really like it. So yeah guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.